The World Food Program and USAID uncovered widespread theft of food aid across Ethiopia, first in Tigray, and then later across the country. It was then paused in both of those agencies throughout the country. And over the past few months, they've been trying to figure out, along with the Ethiopian government and other various governments regionally, to figure out what happened here. What we were able to find was that the latest development into this case was that Ethiopia's Tigrayan regional police are seeking to interrogate 3 local staff members of the World Food Program in connection with this. We don't know exactly how or why or who. There's kind of a lot going on here. I mean, I think that we had heard from multiple sources that it had triggered, quote unquote, this diplomatic standoff, where you've kind of got WFP pushing back, trying to figure out, okay, what authority do these regional police force have to interrogate? You've also got multiple investigations going on. So like I mentioned, the Ethiopian government is having an investigation, USAID has an investigation, and WFP, along with many others. So I think there's a lot of different pieces kind of merging at the moment. Humanitarian aid and food aid has been used as a tool for all sides of the various conflicts that have raged in Ethiopia over the past few years. I think that when aid becomes a tool for manipulation like this, or if aid is going into the wrong places, that's really serious. I mean, we heard over and over again, anytime you have some sort of food aid in general, no matter what country you're in, Ethiopia or otherwise, there's always a little bit of diversion that's going to happen. And I say diversion lightly, people selling it to use for, I don't know, fresh foods or vegetables, or people getting it for a little bit of cash. And that's expected and baked into the system. The difference here is just how widespread it was, to the point where I think the fact that they had to do the suspension, which is something that is just so vast, again, as you mentioned, in a country where starvation is so prevalent, just speaks to kind of like the extremes of the situation overall. I think over and over again, there was sadness in having to do this, right? There was sadness in having to do the suspension and have it be so widespread and long. But I guess folks feel that they were backed into a corner if the food's not going to the right places. And even if it's ended up being used in, frankly, who knows, maybe a dangerous way, again, withholding aid, withholding food, that's a really difficult situation to be in. The World Food Program began testing new measures to deliver food assistance in Tigray, but it's only a fraction of their original aid. So it's just for over 100,000 eligible people. But you also have to think about it. If it's not going to the right place, then where is it going? So I think folks are trying to figure this out while also trying to figure out, like, how quickly can we get this aid back to people? And every minute that goes by, more people are dying.